So I get this online review on YouTube.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Dan here with Total Shape. And if you're thinking of trying out Viking TRT, definitely watch my review to the end.
The whole thing is about Viking and to listen to his spiel before you would actually commit.
So number one, Viking TRT is a 100% legitimate online TRT clinic. They're not a scam. They actually have a lot of different services beyond male testosterone replacement therapy.
Thanks, Dan. But I have a feeling shit's about to go sideways. Starting now.
I own Viking, so I thought what better video to do than to come out and listen to what Dan said. He did make a few good points. He just doesn't really understand the business.
After my experience with them, I can't actually in good conscience recommend them. I'm actually going to be leaving a link down below that'll give you a really good introductory offer at the...
Never been a Viking patient? What the fuck?
The clinic that I do use, do respect, and can actually vouch for.
Wait a minute. I smell something. Duke! Duke, does this smell like commercial to you?
He really didn't do a bad job of reviewing it, and it wasn't disrespectful. You could tell he truly thought the benefits that he was giving this other organization are truly benefits. We're going to go over why they're not.
My first problem with them is that their pricing is just not transparent on their website. If I'm going to go shopping for one, I want to know the pricing ahead of time. And what they claim on their site is that for just as little as $4 a day, you can get started on your program. Well, what they don't tell you is that $4 a day is for the most minimum dosage with the most minimum care package as well. So this means you're not going to be able to just, interact with a medical professional with questions anytime you want.
It's flattering when someone uses your company as a benchmark. You have to be a formidable opponent in the competitive market before somebody's even going to use you as an example. So just by using Viking, thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. That's sincere.
I'm still trying to find out what a minimum care package is. Hey, anybody have pricing? Anybody even know what it is?
Everybody gets the same full access to all of Viking's programs, our medical staff, and our customer service. No matter how much you spend.
Yeah, but Dan said we offer a minimum care package.
Say minimum care package one more fucking time.
Okay, Dan, I tried, but we don't seem to have a minimum, we don't have one.
If there was an easier way to do something, I promise you, Dan, I would be doing it. It's not that I just sit around and just that would be a lot easier, but screw those people. Normally, I would get pissed off. When somebody comes out and talks about Viking in a negative way, it's my baby, right? I'm going to start it. So I'm defensive. I'm like Mama Bear on the thing. You come to one of my babies, I'm going to give you the paw. You're going to feel it. And again, I don't think that he was disrespectful. He needed a target to put the benefits to the other organization. So he basically did a commercial for the new place using Viking as the before picture. But I'm going to tell you why the other organization might want to think about doing things differently.
Another issue I have, because a Viking TRT isn't all-inclusive, they mandatory, and to me this is just a way to get your money.
Really? Did he just say that? A way to get your money? Sam, please educate this this fine gentleman, while I count to 10 and recenter my chakra. School is now in session.
Hey, but, whatever, to each their own opinion.
Shall we get started?
Another issue I have, they make it mandatory that you have new blood work done every 6 months. In fact, if you come in with your own blood work to show them, to get started, they actually won't accept it if it's even 1 day older than 6 months, which to me is just kind of nonsense because your TRT levels, if you haven't done anything dramatic to change them, won't really change in a matter of 6 months.
His next complaint is we make blood work mandatory every 6 months. Yes, every 6 months. The law says every year. We feel every 6 months. I want to know that you're doing okay. I don't apologize for that. Your TRT levels, if you haven't done anything dramatic, won't change every 6 months. Bullshit, Dan. Bullshit. A lot can change in your body at my age, 57, in 6 months. Well, you don't have to come through us for labs. I don't care where you get labs. Go back to your doctor. It's not a revenue stream. I don't make money off of labs. It's an administrative expense. I'm spending more money by having to do your labs every 6 months. Why would I spend more money, not save money? Because I fucking care. And why would you not spend the money? I'd go every 12 months. Kind of the opposite of the last thing we were just talking about. We're not 20 anymore. We're in our 50s. We don't get nearly as many mulligans. We have, on multiple occasions, noticed something and made changes to the protocol that would have been detrimental to that person's health had we let it go for 12 months without checking. I find it to be irresponsible to check labs once every 12 months. You don't want to spend that money. I got it. I don't want to spend the money either, but I'm willing to spend the money if it will keep people safe.
And And my last issue that I have with them is to get your labs done, you're going to have to go in person to a lab, to actually get your blood work done. Now, some people might like this because a lot of people don't like taking their own blood and they want a professional to do that. No problem. You're afraid of needles. You don't want to do it yourself. I get that. But for those of us who want to live a remote lifestyle, this TRT clinic doesn't offer that. You actually have to use your own time, your own gas, but your own resources to go to a lab. And not only does it take more time and money out of your pocket, right? But it also actually prolongs the process of your getting your lab work done.
His next issue with Viking is that you actually have to go in person into Quest, or you have to go into LabCorp or someplace. Again, you can go to your doctor and get them done wherever you do. I'm not telling you where to get them done. I would rather have you do them somewhere else, quite honestly. This insinuates that they're going to send you out the lab kit that you're going to do at your house, and you're going to get your blood, you're going to send it back in. Now, Dan, do you think that I never heard of that method before? Okay. You would be right. I have heard of it. We did do that. And the results from that were so wildly inaccurate. Absolutely inaccurate. And it wasn't from one place. It was from multiple places we tried. You are not going to send a kit to the house, have somebody take their own blood, put it back into a package mailer, send it back into the lab. You're not going to do that and have the results come out even close as if you went to LabCorp, had them draw your blood, send it directly over to the lab, and that day they're working on your blood. Now, a lot of clinics, they bring them in, they do the lab kit. It can't possibly be what it says on the paper, but they don't care. They fulfill their requirement, a legal requirement of getting labs done. They did that. So they don't really care whether that doesn't make sense or not. Dan, just like the 12 months with the lab thing, it's fucking irresponsible, brother. That's irresponsible. You are not going to get consistent, reliable results with the at-home testing kit. Doesn't happen. And that's why I don't do it.
TRT not only offers the injectable, the subcutaneous injection of TRT, but they also offer the topical cream. That's which is what I personally vouch for, just because it's just easier.
Okay, so this other company doesn't only do the injectable testosterone, they do the cream. Dan, so do we, brother. I've been doing the cream personally for 3 years. They were about to get in testosterone in a pill form, and it doesn't get torn up in your digestive tract. So we're on the cutting edge of all of these things.
I forgot to mention, these guys, at Viking TRT, they have set hours, after 4 p.m. you can't contact anybody. Whereas with you have somebody pretty much on standby all the time that at least can answer the bare minimum questions that most of us are going to have.
Okay. I mean, this is fun. Dan, I want to have more conversations with you, brother. Okay, Viking has set hours. Yeah, we do. And we have an answering service after that. Yes, that will answer your call. But no, we don't have people in the office. That's because I value my employees' time with their families. Just like you appreciate your time with your family. But I tell you what, my people are working. You send an email message to my staff at 8 o'clock at night, it's probably going to get answered. Yes. So are they sitting at a phone inside of an office? No, they're not. Are they working? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I don't think you can make that evaluation like he made it in a video without having been a Viking patient. I mean, you're just talking out of your ass. You're like, okay, they close at 4:30. Yeah, there needs to be a good work-play balance in order to keep employees that don't get burnt out. And forcing people to sit there till all hours of the day is unnecessary. Send an email to Viking, 7, 8 o'clock at night, it's probably going to get answered. But if you have a medical emergency, you don't call us anyway. You call the hospital, right? If you have some allergic reaction, why are you going to call me? I mean, we'll tell you. Go to the hospital. That's what we're going to tell you. Other things like, hey, I'm feeling a little off. Can I set up an appointment? Can I do this or that? Yeah, send an email in and it'll get taken care of. The weekends, totally available. My people are working. Are those standard business hours? No. Is it put out there that we're open? No. But I guarantee you they are working. So don't give me that. Don't even go there. If you've never been with Viking, you've never seen how awesome our customer service is. If you've never seen that and you're just going to make up something like these are their hours and then you're not going to get a hold of anybody, you don't know that. You have no idea.
And honestly, I actually was able to have my subscription with pause it for 2 months while I traveled, came back in the country, activated it right again with no problem.
So he gives this other benefit of this other organization where he was able to pause his hormone treatment for 2 months. This isn't a fucking gym membership, Dan. You want your hormone therapy. We will ship it to you wherever you are. Now, if you're overseas, if things like that, we have a lot of people in the military that we ship to APOs. We do it. How many people are traveling overseas for months at a time that pausing their hormone therapy package is going to be an incentive. Here's how many people, if we do it this way, this is how many people. This is the number of people that are affected by that fucking want that give a shit about that. Right there. I mean, you can't even see it, right? That's how big it is. Dan, it's this right here. That's how many fucking people care about that shit. Okay? If it was a thing, Dan, I would do it. If it was a problem with enough people, I would do it. There's no reason for you to pause your treatment. If you're going somewhere for 2 months, we will ship it there. Crazy concept, I know.
So again, guys, my review of Viking TRT ends with kind of a thumbs down, but I didn't want to make this video without recommending, without giving you some kind of solution to your problem if you're looking for TRT.
So when we do a quick rundown of Viking, first of all, we do men and women. This other company does just men. We have a number of different options that you can put onto your protocol to enhance your results, to get better results. They have none. They're in 21 states, Viking in 49. I mean, I don't even know where the comparison really comes. I'm not saying we're all that in a bag of chips. What I'm saying is everybody at Viking has worked extremely hard to make sure that what we do is the best in the industry. And I'm not going to sit around and have someone say it's not. Dan obviously has an affiliate link to this TRT clinic. So his job in his mind is to pick out a company, poke holes in the company, say why you shouldn't go there. When people do that and talk bad about another company in order to benefit themselves financially, they're just a fucking asshole. You can get your point across that your place is good without taking another place and trying to make that place look bad. When you have someone's health in your hands, when you're responsible for someone's health, you don't do easy, you do accurate. And if that takes a little bit more time or if that takes a little bit more money, then so be it. And you can have your TRT clinic and they can go around doing things that are irresponsible. I'll tell you one more thing before I leave. The DEA came into Viking. As they do, they spot check all hormone clinics over time. And they went through all of our files, asked all the questions, all the rest of the stuff. Now, keep in mind, these people, it's their job to find things that are wrong. It's their job to poke holes in things. It's their job to shut clinics down. If they're not doing that, then they have no purpose. But they went through all our files, they asked all their questions, and they turned around, they walked out the door, they said, Mr. Ridgway, I wish all hormone therapy clinics operated like Viking. So if that's not a testament to how Viking operates, how Viking runs, I really don't know what it is. For me, personally, if I'm going to be sticking something in my body, injecting a substance into my body that's going to change the way my body operates, I'm going to make good and damn sure the people that are administering it know what they're doing. If you've gotten yourself into a bad spot in life, health-wise, and you're 40 or older, hormone therapy potentially could be your white knight. And as far as cutting edge goes, we have things that nobody else has. This new testosterone pill coming out, nobody else has that. Nobody else is going to have that. The pharmacy that makes it chose us to represent their product. You don't get to that point by operating in some haphazard way or by implementing some type of prehistoric processes that everyone else out there is running circles around you with. So Dan, next time you decide you're going to choose someone as a punching bag, I'd choose someone else. So Dan, best of luck to you, and you're never too old to live like a Viking.
And I'll see you in the next video.